So in the last video we have seen the lab diagnosis of Vibrio cholerae, the first part, where we saw we have to collect the specimens, then we have to transport the specimens using Venkatraman Ramakrishnan media or Carey Blair media, correct? Stools were the specimen, Venkatraman Ramakrishnan, Carey Blair media were the transport media. Then you can, if it is for few hours, you can use alkaline peptone water or Monsource media. If transport media is not available, use blotting paper. Okay, then you will do direct microscopy. Direct microscopy you can do in dark field or phase contrast microscope. You can see darting motility in hanging drop method. This is how you will see in dark field or phase contrast microscope. Coming to culture, you have the alkaline bile salt agar, thiosulfate, citrate, bile sucrose agar, Monsource, gelatin, taurocolate, triticase, tellurite agar. You have to write these three as the selective media. Then enrichment media will be liquid like alkaline peptone water, Monsource liquid media. 37 degrees centigrade you will keep. Liquid culture you can keep for less hours. The other one you will keep for overnight. You have to draw this diagram to get marks. Comma shaped, gram-negative bacilli, which will have darting motility. In BSA, that is bile salt agar, that is alkaline bile salt agar, you have translucent colonies. In TCBS, you will have yellow colonies. This is the diagram you have to draw to get more marks. Then Monsource media, you will have something like this, black center with turbid halo. Okay, then string test you have to draw. Please don't forget string test for Vibrio cholerae. Positive string test. What will you mix the growth with? 0.5% sodium deoxycholate. Don't write something else. Sodium deoxycholate. Okay. Taurocolate is actually in this Monsource GTT. That is taurocolate. Okay. But here you are using sodium deoxycholate. 0.5%. Biochemical reaction, we have already seen that lactose is not fermented, and by all Vibrio cholerae. L-tor is slightly different biotype. Their VP will be positive and it will also have hemolysis. It will also do hemolysis. The thing is, the other Vibrio cholerae are VP negative and there is no hemolysis. Only L-tor has these two different. Okay. Then you have something called as cholera red reaction. When you add sulfuric acid to the peptone water culture, you will get red reaction. Actually, in the Apurva Shastri, they have given lot of biochemical tests. This Vogts-Proskauer VP test means what? Vogts-Proskauer. Okay. This test, like I told you, for classical biotype it will be negative, except L-tor will show positive. So just remember what VP is, Vogts-Proskauer. Similarly, you have this cholera red reaction I told you when you add sulfuric acid, right? You will get red color. String test I have told you. String test you can put under biochemical test then. That's also good. Then what else is there? Salt tolerance test. There are a lot of tests, okay? Anyways, we will not be covering all of them. Now let us move on to biotyping. Biotyping. Biotyping or also you can say phage typing. This is for epidemiological study. This is not exactly for diagnosis, this is only for epidemiology. Okay, it's not for diagnosis. You can exactly know which strain of cholera is there. Fine. Now wake up, guys. We are going to serological studies. Okay. These are example: agglutination test, indirect hemagglutination, antitoxin assay, vibriocidal test, etc. Let us look at agglutination test. This is very important. Look at this diagram. Actually, you have three things: Ogawa, Inaba, and Hikojima. Fine. So basically, we will differentiate between. We want to differentiate which stream of cholera this is: Ogawa, Inaba, or Hikojima. For that, you will use serological serotyping. So in that, you will use agglutination test. So in this agglutination test, first you will try with Vibrio cholerae O1 antiserum. Now if this Vibrio cholerae O1 antiserum is positive, then you will go on to find out whether it is Ogawa or Inaba or Hikojima. Right? Actually, let us first try to understand the classification. Then you will understand the agglutination part. See, under Vibrio family, right? You have common and H antigen. All of them will have common H antigen. They will be group A. Under that you have O1 and non-O1. Okay. Under O1 you have classical and LTOR. Each of them have Ogawa, Inaba, Hikojima. Fine. Now, LTOR we told you will be having VP positive and what? Hemolysis, right? And classical will not have VP positive. It is lactase. It is lactose. Actually, lactose negative, VP negative, and Vogts-Puschka negative and hemolysis negative. What is that? Vogts VP. What is that full form? Vogts-Puschka. Okay. Now continuing with the classification, under each of this you have three: Ogawa, Inaba, Hikojima. Vogts-Puschka. That is the name of that test. Vogts-Puschka. Okay. Now let us move on to agglutination test. So what you will do, first you will check for O1 antisera. If it is positive, now if O1 is positive, what will happen here? So it is O1 is positive. If it is O1, it can be classical or LTOR. Under that they are trying to find out whether it is Ogawa, Inaba or Hikojima. So if you just draw this diagram and explain, it's enough. A common H antigen will be there for O1 and non-O1. Okay, so I just wanted to clarify one thing in this Gardner and Venkataraman classification of Vibrio cholerae. This is Gardner and Venkataraman classification. So you have O1, right, under group A. You have non-O1, which is O2 to 138. 139 is another separate serogroup. Okay. You have the antisera for O139 also. Fine. You have as antisera for O1, you have for O139, you have for Ogawa and Inaba also. If both are showing agglutination, it means Hikojima. Okay, just remember what O139 actually is. So what we are saying is 5 times you perform the test on 5 different colonies, because sometimes O1 and non-O1 coexist. Now if you get O1 as positive, then with monospecific, right? What is that? With monospecific Ogawa and Inaba sera, you repeat the test so that you can know which one it is exactly. Ogawa, Inaba or Hikojima. Draw this diagram and explain. Now you can actually understand here, if it is Ogawa with antisera, then you will designate it as Ogawa stereotype. If it is Inaba, you will designate it as Inaba serotype. And if it is agglutinating with both Ogawa and Inaba, you will designate it as Hikojima serotype. Remember, O139 has specific serotype. Specific serum, anti-serum is available against O139. So you can detect O139 also. Fine. So that will be the non-O1 strain. Actually, this completes lab diagnosis of Vibrio cholerae. See, we have done specimen collection, transport media, direct microscopy, gram-negative, bacilli, curved shape, comma shape, fish in stream appearance, hanging drop demonstrates darting motility. We have seen this. Then culture we have seen, selective media, enrichment media. We have seen the motility test, biochemical test, how to differentiate LTOR and classical we have seen, biotyping we have seen, serological, actually in biochemical identification only they have added string test. String test you should not forget. Do you know string test? This is actually string test, okay. Then you have the serogrouping, serotyping, the Ogawa, Inaba, Hikojima serotypes, and even 139 you can discover, right? 139 has its specific serotype, which is good. Then antimicrobial susceptible testing. See, this is something that we might forget. It is good if you add these things, you will get extra marks. Antibiotic susceptibility, Kribbe-Bauer disc and all that, you know that, right? If you add that here, antibiotic susceptibility testing also we should do. If you add, you'll get extra marks. Now let me tell you how to get little more extra marks here. Detection of carrier. If you can detect a carrier, that will be great. It is actually procedure similar, except that you have to do repeated stool examination, and it's better if you collect the stool after administering a purgative so that you can collect more sample. Bile can be examined, and you can do serological tests also, like agglutination tests and antibody detection. Bile is important. Remember, bile check you have to do. Okay. Then one more topic here. Bacteriological examination of water and sewage. Again, this is lab diagnosis itself, because it's not diagnosis, but yes, it's a lab test. Take the water. How much water you will take? 900 ml of water, and then take 100 ml of the peptone water. Okay. 100 ml of 10-fold concentrated peptone water. Anyways, I'll take it as 100 ml peptone water. 37 degrees centigrade, again 6 to 8 hours because it's liquid media. Then you can check the colonies. Sewage, just dilute the sewage. Then you filter the sewage, then use it as water in the water test. This is the same test. You got it right. You will take the sewage, you will dilute it, filter it, then you will get you will treat it as water itself and do this test, peptone water. Okay. That completes lab diagnosis of Vibrio cholerae. I hope you have understood everything here. If you have doubt in anything, please leave a comment and we will get back to you. Okay.